How you doing, everyone? And welcome to Dreadnought, Gundam and more on PS4. And this is Antonio, aka Dr. Bree 75's YouTube channel, which is dedicated to Dreadnought. Of course, we have so many great players and so many of them have channels, and it is good to check out and support these channels because not only does it grow the Dreadnought community and help keep the game alive, but you also get to see how other people play the game. And of course, there are meta builds and popular tactics and the most popular and common ship module builds and officer briefing builds, but people use each of those in many different ways and many times modify the meta to suit their personal play style, and they excel at it quite a bit. Speaking of someone that excels at the game, Antonio has been a subscriber to the channel and a supporter of Dreadnought for a very long time, and started as a wee lad in the old days of Dreadnought. I'm just kidding, of course, but did of course start in the lower ranks like everyone else and learned very quickly, and people quickly realized that Dr. Bree was not only a good player, but a really awesome and nice player, and a good player to play with, and of course to talk to while you're gaming. And that's almost as important as being a scrote, because sometimes teamwork makes the dream work. But Antonio is really good in several ships. You've probably seen Dr. Bree in the Octa, you've probably seen Dr. Bree in the Athos, where he has a savage stun build, but also he's an excellent artillery cruiser captain and loves Oberon dreadnoughts and really loves to use the Brutus to get some savage rams, like many players do. A true master of all three megacorporations and several ship classes. But if you go into his videos, they're not all about how awesome he is. That should be self-evident. These videos are really action-packed and have great soundtracks, little special effects when he makes a kill or his team makes a kill, which is really nice. Sometimes some players make it all about themselves, and Dr. Bree is definitely a team player. And on top of all of that, sometimes you get to hear conversations with Dr. Bree and some of the most popular players in the PS4 server for Dreadnought. But if you don't get to hear from them and you just hear the rockin' music in the background, you will get to see the tactics of how a team works together with good cohesion. And of course, you will see all these other great players make it to the big screen so that you can see how they do it and you can see their tactics. We especially have Great Jazzman, Schludwig, Patches. These were all nominees for the top 10 players of all time for PS4 Dreadnought, and many more. And on top of that, Dr. Bree is a really good player because he has several different builds for each ship and taps into those when he encounters a problem. And that's really important, and I can't stress that enough. Sometimes you're just in a bind, and one particular build is a hard counter for someone who is just running amok on the maps and taking out your teammates or even you. I know that I have been frozen a couple times with Dr. Bree's destroyer build, as well as been nuke mined and all sorts of other shenanigans. I've been hit by it. Dr. Bree knows when I'm on a roll, it is important to take me out, and he knows that about many other players, and is always a challenge to fight against, and his videos are always fun to watch. So be a pal and subscribe to Dr. Bree and all the other dreadheads that have the courage and the skill to post their videos on YouTube and support not only the Dreadnought game on PS4, but also support the PS4 community for Dreadnought, which is probably much more important indeed. So if you get a chance, go over to Dr._Bree space 75. That is his YouTube page, and again, it's Antonio, who is always in the comments on my channel and is always making good suggestions for the future of the game, for new content, for new tactics, and for the cutting edge meta builds for Dreadnought. Well, that's it for me for now, and I'll see you soon in Sinley Bay.